I worked so hard for that title.
Social and political commentary from a Christian male perspective.
This high school student just had her state championship medal taken away in California after she took a fire extinguisher to her cleats. So if you watch right here, after the girl wins, she grabs a fire extinguisher and sprays her cleats down, trying to say that they were on fire because of how fast she was running. And the officials did not like that, even though the crowd and the announcers both loved it and were congratulating her and were cheering her on. The few people there in suits that were from the CIF said they are not going to allow her to stand on the podium. You would feel like a lot of people would be on the girl's side, but there are comments like this all over the internet right now saying her dad and especially her coach should have known better. Unfortunately, she is now having to pay for their need for more attention because her dad did end up bringing her the fire extinguisher and handing it to her from the stands.
Greatest moment of 16-year-old Clara Adams' young career taken away from her because of a celebration. After winning the 400-meter event at the CIF State Championships with a time of 53.24 seconds, her dream of winning a state title went up in flames after celebrating using a fire extinguisher.
When she blew the fire extinguisher, the opponents were gone. That was our moment of celebration, and the CIF officials made that about them. The crowd went crazy. They loved it. The booth, CIF booth went crazy. They loved it. But those few guys in those jackets, they took offense to it, didn't like it, and they made a decision based on emotions.
The North Salinas High sophomore grabbed a fire extinguisher from her father and coach and extinguished off her spikes. The CIF deemed her celebration unsportsmanlike, stripping her of her title. It's a celebration made famous by American sprint icon Maurice Greene, who enjoyed her paying homage to him and thinks she should get her state title back.
Those are Adidas. I heard, like, because it happened, and then people just started calling me, "Oh, this girl who just won the 400 redid your celebration." And I was like, huh? What? If it was away from everyone and not really interfering with anybody, I would say reinstate her.
One clear infraction was Clara's father hopping the railing onto the track after the race, but says he only did that because of how CIF officials were treating his daughter.
There's a CIF rule saying you can't come over the wall, you can't be on the infield, which is a rule respected. But at this point, I explained before about being a coach and a father wearing the different hats. I saw an official grab my daughter by the arm. They were yelling in her face. When he grabbed her by the arm, I went over the wall at that point. I'm father now. I'm not coach anymore. I'm over the wall.
Now, the true fastest 400-meter runner in the state is back home without a medal. And even if the CIF is to reinstate her as the champion, she never got that moment of being crowned a champion.
Even if everything goes in my favor, in regards to like getting my title back.
Why do they have that fire extinguisher on there?
That moment back, like standing on the podium as a sophomore, I'll never get that back because they took it from me.
Clara was also disqualified from competing in the 200-meter race because of that celebration. And we did some research, analyzed 20 years of state championships, found 0 other times where someone was disqualified and stripped of a title for unsportsmanlike conduct. We also put up a poll on our Instagram, Dan, asking our viewers if they believed she should have been banned for this or not. Over 1,000 votes and counting, 87% of people saying she shouldn't have been banned for this. And the support from the community has been overwhelming so far.
All right, so I have a theory, and actually I'm gonna play the video of her, of the whole thing. It's really not long, so I'll play the whole thing. So I'm gonna let you see it, and then you can let me know down in the comments below what you think about it. And I appreciate you, of course, rocking with me and letting me know that you enjoy this type of content. So one of my children had a friend at school, and they were thick as thieves. They were talking on the phone, they're texting, all this kind of stuff like that. And I would always hear this other student's name. And one day out of the blue, I noticed, I was like, hey, I haven't heard about so-and-so lately. What's going on? Oh, we fell out. We don't talk anymore. And I said, okay, well, what happened? And they didn't want to tell me. Eventually they kind of got it out of them that it was a misunderstanding about something that happened years before my kids ever met this child, right? So, but my child still runs in the same circles. So an awards day, I see that child at different events that they were doing as they're in their academic career. I would see this child. And so most recently, they got an award at an event, and the other student was there. And they're calling kids up to get this award and get recognized, so on and so forth. I said, hey, I saw the student and her parents, and I made sure to say hello and congratulations, child, and make sure, way to go, mom and dad, so on and so forth. And one of my kids was like, Dad, we don't talk to her. I said, no, we do. We absolutely do. And I'll explain, well, why? Why do we do that? I said, well, one, because we're Christian. And they know that I know that y'all don't rock together. But they don't see me acting ridiculous. They see me acting like an adult and congratulating the child, congratulating the mom and dad that you all have made this accomplishment. So they now know that, hey, maybe, just maybe, the misunderstanding that y'all had with her maybe wasn't that big a deal, because the father chose not to behave like kids and do something childish like this. And they understand. I said, and then let's keep it 100. What's the most important thing in the scenario is that Christ is honored and glorified in your academics. And that means when you win and when you lose. So I still have to celebrate this child and let her know that, hey, way to go. Great job. You worked hard. I don't believe that she's a believer in Christ. So at least she knows that I care enough about her to at least say hello and congratulations to her. Now, and they started scratching their head and they were noodling around, and I can tell that it's working in their lives. Now, Jason, where in the world are you going with that story? Thank you for asking. This dad right here had an opportunity. I think the dad fumbled the ball. He should not have brought that fire extinguisher to that event. Whether or not it was right or wrong, I think it was inappropriate. And I understand that it was an Olympic athlete did it, whatever. I think it was inappropriate. And if you watch the video, the girl does it several times. It's not once. She did it twice, at least. So it might be a little bit much even in that, but let's digress. The dad should have been representing to the daughter, hey, this is the right way to celebrate, rather than this showboat. I gotta fire extinguish my cleats because they're on fire. And the dad, and in my opinion, when you watch this, I feel like the dad really wants the girl to get reinstated because he doesn't want to be held accountable for the fact that he's the one that taught her this. He's the one that taught that behavior and gave the green light to that behavior. All the people cheering, all the people saying, yay, yay, whatever. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Un momento. Who cares that they're cheering and celebrating? If it's wrong, it's wrong. And they shouldn't be doing it. It's really that simple. Like, I don't understand what the problem is. But I think really at the end of the day, the dad does not want the smoke, pun intended, of knowing that he's the reason why she didn't get this award. He's the reason why she lost this. Hold on one second. And I really don't think dad wants to be held accountable. Like, hey, I did something wrong and my child is suffering the consequences of it. Look, we parents, dads, we do it all the time. It's not the first time. It won't be the last time. I guarantee you. And he's going to make this decision, say, dang, I shouldn't have did that. I messed that up. She's going to have to, I don't think she should get reinstated, because it's an object lesson. It's a teaching moment that both the daughter and the dad are going to learn from, and don't do it again. I'm sorry. I don't think she needs to get it at all. Now, I do want to give kudos. They did not immediately run to the race card, because the man that was chastising the daughter is a white man. I'm surprised they didn't go there, but I'm glad they didn't do that. Let me bring this video in. Let's let you check it out. Down in the comments below, let me know what you think. Do you agree that the young lady should not be reinstated, or do you think she should? And if you stay to the end, why don't you leave like a little track shoe or something, a runner in there, if you will. Let me bring this in.
shoulder on Nero Whitehead, the sophomore from Summit, taking it out. Forward out in lane 7 from St. Mary's of Stockton. And Mosby from St. Mary's Academy in yellow blue. And 5. And to the line on the outside shoulder, Adams, the sophomore from North Salinas, making a move. Here comes the sophomore, Adams. Adams and Mosby. Mosby in the blue. The sophomore is going to win it. 53-24. 100% off her PR. Mosby, 53.
Okay, so here she's walking out to her pops. He just gives her the fire extinguisher. There's Dad. And she's going to go and extinguish her shoes, if you will. For whatever reason, the CIF chose to cut this recording right here at this point. But let me know what you think about it. I think it's inappropriate. I can see why they chose not to give her the award or let her hold the title because of it. And I think it's inappropriate, but let me know what you think. And ultimately, they're going to do whatever they're going to do. So even if they do reinstate her, like she said, she won't be able to stand on the podium, but she will have the title. I mean, whatever. But I do think this was a great opportunity for the dad to make the right decision, to do the right thing. And I think he dropped the ball. Anyway, let me know what you think. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for helping us hit our goal of 50,000 subscribers. And thank you for letting me know what you think about this content down in the comments below. Looking forward to seeing you there. Grace and peace.